Sag Town.
Welcome back to LLC TV. I'm your host JT, JTown32 on the social sites, and if you know me, of course, you can call me JT. This is another episode of LLC TV brought to you by Limitless Lifestyle Crew, and this video is sponsored by nobody. Anyway, thank you all for joining. I know it's been a while since I did a video. I have some things that I do want to show you all, but first I have a very exclusive pickup that I ended up, getting over the past weekend, or for last Friday actually. If you know, there was a release out in New York. So I took the trip, as you can see, Off-White Air Force One 07 Virgil, size 10, which is my personal size. I took a trip. So what happened is I entered in a raffle. If you know the MCA, I think Virgil's actually doing this. The MCA pretty much out in Chicago. He's displaying a lot of the 10 collection as well as samples and rarely seen shoes, clothing articles, even selling some of the clothes there. However, ironically, they're not selling the shoe at the MCA in Chicago, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Because of that, everyone is kind of skeptical on the release as far as when they were going to release. I follow, like Soul Links and a few other places that did say that there was going to be a raffle, an online raffle to enter in to get a pair of these bad boys, and the only way to get them was to show up at the Off-White store, the empty gallery in New York. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, so I really just entered the raffle to see what was, how I was gonna, just to say that I entered the raffle, win or lose. I had a flight scheduled to go to Michigan last Thursday anyway, so I was going home for the weekend because I had some business to take care of in Michigan. And crazy enough, I got an email, I think it was last Friday or the Friday before last, that said I was a winner in the raffle for the empty gallery MCA Off-White times Nike Air Force One collab. And at that point, as soon as I got the email, I knew I was going. So it was like I knew I was going to New York. I just didn't know how. I knew I had a ticket to go to Detroit, essentially, because I was going home for the weekend. And I also knew that whether I had to kind of maneuver that ticket so that I can go straight to New York, or whether I was going to get a rental from Detroit and drive to New York, didn't matter what was going down, I was going. My mom, who is a principal, her last day of school was actually last Thursday. I asked her, did she want to come? I'll pay for everything. And she said, of course. She was happy to come to New York. She used to go to New York like all the time when I was younger anyway, and she hadn't been in quite some time. So she was more than down for the trip. So got a rental, flew into Detroit Thursday, and left literally as soon as I got off the flight, made our way to New York. The pickup time, I was in pickup slot time 2. So it was like from 1:30 to 3:30. Mind you, this is Friday, so I still have to work. I had to work, and it was just, craziness. I had an actual meeting from 1 to 2 o'clock. So I was literally there, like, I'm in New York, in the line, the Off-White line, on my computer and on my phone, because I have a business meeting going on. But I was gonna get my shoes, and you can see the line got a lot longer. I would say it was probably about 50 to 75 people, maybe 100 people in the line at that slot. So maybe they did 2 or 3 slotted times for you to pick up your shoes. So we're seeing maybe a couple hundred people maybe a couple hundred. You know, I'm not too sure. I got there literally when I pulled up. It was 1 o'clock, so people were already lining up for the 1:30 slot. I pulled up and parked the car and called in for my meeting, and literally was just there for, you know, the time it took for me to get actually inside. Of course, I'm on mute and all of this stuff, and you can see the lines and stuff like that. I'll try to put some pictures somewhere here, if not at the end of the video, we'll put some pictures. So that led me to get in my shoes, and I mean, I made a trip to New York. This is probably the farthest I've traveled for some shoes, to be honest. But it just worked out because I was going home anyway. I was going to Michigan anyway, so that cut the trip down. It's a 9-hour drive from Detroit, which isn't bad. I'm used to driving like 12 hours from Michigan to here and back and all that good stuff. So 9 hours wasn't bad at all. You know, just chilled out, got to talk with my mom, make sure she was good. You know, she got to see New York, take her a couple of places. She got to go to some of her old stomping ground spots, some stuff for her as well. So it all worked out in the end. But that's not what we're here for. We're not even here for this damn box. So let's go. Bam. All right. So this is what we're here for. The Off-White Off-White times MCA times Nike. These things, I came from, I'm a Carolina fan, like a North Carolina fan through and through. So this color is actually hidden to me. Like this is hidden. So as you see, if you've seen one, you've seen them all as far as the Off-White Air Force One collab. You know it's going to have like the unfinished touch here. And it actually works out because it provides a little bit more cushioning. I can see these being a problem when you wear them, as far as because this part is so stiff. So it kind of helps out. This part is so stiff, but it should help out. It already came laced with the factory white lace sneakers, which is probably the best look. You see the shoelace on them, just typical, you know, Off-White. And then they give you a spare pair of baby blue laces to match it all the way down, and then the signature zip tie here for Off-White. The zip tie, Off-White CO Nike C 2017 zip tie, which is 2017 because that's when the collab started. Anyway, so I got them. I have them. This is my size 10, and I knew I had to get them. Now I'm extremely grateful for them. I definitely am, and like I said, I was going to get them anyway. A new shoe smells something different, but there is a price tag associated with this shoe that it's kind of hard to determine what I want to do. Just to be honest, I mean, there's a price tag associated with this shoe, and there are some things that I could use that money for, as far as taking care of my family. I have a son on the way. Also, there's some other shoes that I could use with the remaining pieces of that money to kind of, you know, get the remaining pair of shoes. But here it is, Off-White times MCA Air Force One. This is a beauty, y'all. This is a beauty. I traveled quite a decent way to get them, but this is a beauty. Leather, you know, hit or miss. I'm not saying it's not the best, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. I like the baby blue. Like, this is a standout shoe, to be honest. So if I did keep these, I would definitely wear these. You know, this is a standout shoe. Kind of turn heads. One of those spills. So there we go, y'all. I had a great trip to New York. I went to Kith. I went to Urban Necessities. I didn't go to Supreme. I did go to the Nike store. I didn't go to Supreme. I didn't make it. I planned on staying. I wanted to stay the night and get out both Friday and Saturday, but I had some business. Like I said, my flight was originally from Michigan, so I had business to take care of Michigan. So we literally got the shoe, stayed in town to about 9 o'clock, maybe 10, and then made our way back to Michigan. So just a nice quick trip, business trip. Got what we needed and got out. LLC. This is Limitless Lifestyle Crew. This video, of course, is going to be not only YouTube, but you know, if you see me on Twitter, I'll repost it and everything. Visit LLC, the Instagram page at Limitless Lifestyle Crew. Visit the website at limitlesslifestylecrew.com. I appreciate you all for tuning in. This is one of those good ones, y'all. This is one of those good ones. All right. I don't know how many pairs of these are. They said 6,000, man. They said 6,000. So we're still waiting on another drop, supposedly. Whatever. I got some Supreme stuff to go over with y'all as well. So I'll have another video pumping out shortly. But this one is all about these beauties. I hope y'all enjoyed. It's been your host, JT32, J-Town32, rather. If you follow me on the social sites, JT, if you know me, I appreciate y'all joining LLC. We out.